Hi, Karen Luke here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to make the perfect face mask. But before we get started sewing, I'm going to have a special guest here that's going to help me do some myth busting about some of these myths that have been traveling around social media about masks.
Wow.
Now's the time where I'm going to debunk all those myths about masks. I'm gonna... Oh, sorry. Not yet. Now's the time where I'm going to debunk all those myths about masks. And I'd like to do this by introducing you to a very good friend of mine. Now. Hello. Today I'm really pleased to introduce yourself to my friend, fellow Mythbuster, Lou. Thanks very much. I'm really happy to be here. Welcome, Lou. By the way, Lou, love the outfit. Well, I thought that if I wore a lab coat and glasses, broad beaker, I would just look that apart. Is true. That is true. You ready to go? All right. I've got my questions here. Okay, I got my notes. Do masks actually work? In the 26th of June, 2020 Science magazine, there was an article about reducing the transmission of COVID-19. And the article summarized that masks actually do provide a critical barrier to the transmission of the disease. In fact, it was found that properly fitted homemade masks made of 100% cotton and several layers can be just as efficient as an actual surgical mask. Excellent. Well done. All right, here's my next question. Do masks actually deprive you of oxygen when you wear them? My hair is like in my face. That's false. Masks do not deprive you of oxygen. Depriving you of oxygen is a word called hypoxia, and masks absolutely do not do that. If you want proof of this, surgeons and nurses wear masks for hours and hours and hours, and they have no problem. So yeah, absolutely false. It does not. In fact, there's a really good video showing a doctor who put on 6 masks, one on top of the other, and kept his finger in that oxygen testing sort of thing. And there was absolutely zero decrease in the actual oxygen levels. Thanks, Lou. Great answer. Can masks cause carbon monoxide poisoning? Also false. Carbon dioxide molecules are really tiny. And if you're wearing a cloth mask or a surgical mask, they are tiny enough that when you breathe out, the molecules go out. The molecules that are on the droplets that contain the virus are much larger. They can't enter the mask. So it makes sense that the CO2 or the carbon dioxide can easily go out of the same material that is preventing the droplets carrying to come in the masks. Again, surgeons and nurses wear masks all the time, and they do not get carbon monoxide poisoning. Excellent. Thank you. Do masks harm our immune system? Another excellent question, and it does not harm the immune system. If you wear a mask, you will prevent the transmission of the disease. That means you won't get ill, and that means your immune system does not need to be activated to make you better. Just because your immune system is not activated doesn't mean it gets suppressed or that it's broken. It just means that you don't have to use it. That makes sense. Excellent. And my last question is, are there any times where masks should not be worn? Another excellent question. There are 3 times when masks should not be worn. One is if a child is under 2 and their lungs are still developing. Another type of person that should never wear a mask are people with really chronic respiratory problems. And the 3rd time you should not be wearing a mask is when you're exercising rigorously. Well, thanks very much for coming here and sharing this time with me, Lou. Thank you for having me. My pleasure. Can I just ask you a question? What are you drinking? Well, what vodka. It's just tea. It's gin. Well, it's tea with a bit of gin in it. You came to an interview drinking gin.
I was nervous.
What? Basically, there's two kinds of people. There are the people that care a lot about other people. And there are people that don't care at all about people.
Wow.
If you care about people, then you'll care that you may be a carrier of coronavirus and you may be asymptomatic. You don't want to risk infecting anybody. And if you're completely selfish, it works as well. You don't care about anybody. You only care about you. And that's perfectly fine because you wear a mask so those ingrates don't infect you. Perfect solution. People that say it's the right not to wear a mask are not very bright. If you think about it, the people that own the stores have the right not to serve you. That's actually a legal right. You choose to go in their private property. But this whole concept about right to wear a mask, even if it is your right not to wear a mask, even if that is an argument that we're going to take as given, what about the people that serve you? What about my daughters? What about your daughters, your sons? Don't they have a right to be safe? The mild inconvenience for you to wear a mask compared to these people that work in retail, don't they have a right to be safe? Isn't that right far more important than yours in this particular situation? Wear a fucking mask. Wear a fucking mask. Wear a fucking mask. And when you're answering the questions, make sure you look at the camera lens and not over at yourself.
Look there.
No, you're.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I have to.
there. Oh, don't look. Well, I don't know.
I know.
I'm not great at public speaking.
It's okay. It is.
I don't. But just so you know, I've actually done a video on public speaking. In fact, I did 2 videos on public speaking.
That's fine.
All right then. Did I look okay? Did I look professional enough?
Oh gosh, yeah.
You
Glasses.
look great. You look absolutely great.
Oh yeah,
Well, you just want to look professional. You're right. It is important to look professional. I've never done this
before.
Yeah, I've done a video on that as well. Lou.
Oh right.
Okay. Lou, have you ever watched my channel? Honestly, you don't. Even when you're preparing.
No. I never
No.
have.
Huh.
Well,
how many subscribers do you have?
1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
What?
I'm really
Oh
happy.
my God.
Really happy
What?
about that. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know because I don't do YouTube videos.
No,
it's probably best that you don't waste time on YouTube now.
Okay.
No. Spend your time researching. Absolutely. YouTube, huge time waster. It would be so great if you would just watch one more of my videos before you leave me. Bye for now.